All right, y'all know me. Y'all know me. I don't like the Fed, and I don't enjoy watching the Fed either. But I do it because of this podcast. However, I have seen the clips on SmackDown, and I saw a bitch crying on SmackDown by the name of CM Punk.
Oh my god!
And I truly believe that we are living in just an insane era where we're just giving bitches rewards, participation rewards, just for being there.
Wow.
If you haven't heard, CM Punk is finally going to main event at WrestleMania. And he did the worst acting I've ever seen. And he started fake crying on SmackDown once Paul Heyman told him he's main eventing.
Oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest set for one fall.
It's go time.
You, A-Styles, are about to get your ass torn up by the people.
I can't wait.
Because they're going to say, you have an L take. You don't know what you're saying. You clearly haven't been watching.
I haven't. I watched clips. But even by watching those clips, I realized that this storyline is ass.
CM Punk deserves it.
How?
He deserves it.
I'll give you one, Iron. Maybe he does deserve it.
I mean,
but what about the current Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso? Doesn't he deserve it? Oh, wait, I forgot. What does JD like to say all the time? WWE is about storytelling. Oh, right, I forgot, bitch. This company is inconsistent as fuck. Just like you, bitch. And I'm looking at you, JD.
Hold on.
The point of the matter is this. The point of the matter is this. No, because he is.
Hold on, dude.
Just like everybody else out there.
Wait a minute.
I don't give a fuck.
Ace,
Like, I don't give a fuck. Let me cook, ho.
Hey, listen.
Let me cook, ho.
Disclaimer.
No, you can
Disclaimer. Hold on. Let me take over. Disclaimer. We all have our different views on that. I like JD. He likes JD. He detests JD.
I don't give a fuck about JD.
Okay, well,
you're more in the middle, but
I don't give a fuck, and I'll kick his ass just like Mr. Money did. Too.
There you go.
I'll kick his ass too.
Oh God! Now going back to my take, because these two little butter nuggets don't want to be mad. Butter nuggets don't want to offend JD. I don't give a fuck about JD. Y'all had y'all's time. Y'all had y'all's time. It is my time. It is my time. It is my time.
Okay, Skip.
So, going back to the topic at hand.
Just don't start a fight,
Here's the situation.
Come on, man. Just don't
I
start
don't
a
give
fight.
a fuck.
Oh, man,
Here's the situation. At the end of the day, inconsistency is a key word. You can't sit there and say that you watch this company for storylines when the storyline is your old archaic storyline from day one was that when you main event WrestleMania, that means you won the Royal Rumble. At the end of the day, this company, like you Fed fans like to say, it's all about characters and storylines. Well, guess what, bitches? This storyline makes no sense. And what God's green earth does CM Punk deserve, or this fucking match deserve the main event at WrestleMania? This is not for a title. It's not for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's not for the WWE Championship. It's not for nothing. So why is this the main event? Just because a bitch is complaining he wants it? That's why? That's what we're doing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, we cool? You good?
I'm asking.
good, bro.
I'm
Okay.
asking.
I'm open for the panel.
I'm asking. It's on y'all now. Explain.
Okay.
Go ahead, Spike.
Explain to me.
Go ahead, Spike.
Honestly, I don't see. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Do I think he deserves it? Yes, but now.
Wow.
But does he deserve it now when it should be Jey Uso main eventing it? It should be his time. Absolutely, he does not deserve it at this time. But you're right. It doesn't make sense to have it as a main event. And is it for a title shot?
No, there's no title there.
So really, there is no reason for it to be a main event. Other than it is a main event because you have these three big names going at it. That's their only reason. Storyline wise, it makes no sense. From a rational point of view, it makes no sense. What should make sense, as you pointed out, it should be the winner of the Royal Rumble to main event a WrestleMania against the champion of that brand. CM Punk even though he has never main evented a WrestleMania, this is not your time. Next time it could be, but not this time for a title. But storyline wise, it does make no sense. I know that I'm going to get some flack on that, but if you look at the optics, it is inconsistent.
Spike, it's not even just about the optics. It's the fact that it's a slap in the face to not only Jey Uso, but also the women's Royal Rumble winner. If anything, the trio match that should be happening right now that actually is for the world title.
I forgot about that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a slap in the face for the women and the men.
Yes.
And he loves to claim that he's for the women. How would you sit there and say that when that triple threat feud is way better than what the fuck we're getting with your feud? Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Okay. So, I think what it is that, like you said, the big names between the three, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, they've had bad blood, and I guess that's what they're using as the driving force for CM Punk's story of wanting to be main event. So that's why they put him there, right? Whether that makes sense or not, that's for you to debate. That's for you guys to come up with all that shit. That's on you. I do agree with the women's. They should main event wrestle at least night one. I agree with that. Main event Jey Uso and Gunther. Typically, I would agree with them needing to. But I get the feeling that it's not main eventing because the rivalry sucks dick. It's no one cares about it. I truly believe that. Like, you don't really see anyone talking about it. They feel like it's been a letdown. I think that's why, part of the reason why that's not main eventing WrestleMania night 1 or 2. Okay. As fucked up as it is. And I still agree with the Royal Rumble winner should main event WrestleMania with the champion of their choice. I agree with that statement, right? So I agree with parts of what you're saying. Now, what I don't agree with, this talk about JD and shit, though, saying that.
Yes, because the only reason why I'm bringing up his name is because you for so long, y'all have championed WWE for being this storyline-driven show.
Well, there's been criticism where
you said it as well.
Criticism where it's due. I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
But on the weeks that we're supposed to be on fire, on the weeks where we're supposed to lead up to a WrestleMania big show, you're slapping the face of so many of your wrestlers because you just want this one man to main event. You realize that, right? You brought up a great point, Iron. You brought up a great point. The feud is ass. Okay, so if I'm Gunther and I am the world heavyweight champion and I get told by Triple Big Nose and he tells me, guess what, kid?
Oh, my God.
Guess what, kid? I'm sorry, but you're just not going to be on the main event tonight. I'm the fucking world champion and I'm not going on last?
I don't, and I agree with that, Ace. And I think Gunther is at that level right now. Gunther has the power to do that. But I think my biggest problem here is Jey. Jey is not anybody in the company. Jey is that's a fucking family member.
That's crazy.
He said Jey.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
I can't dispute that.
Boy,
I can't dispute that. You're right.
Yo, I'm gonna need you to just not do that to my boy Jey Uso, man. Come on.
Mayo's not lying.
I mean, okay, is the rivalry okay? It has the rivalry been stimulating? No, it has not been. I'm sorry.
Thing we got going on is,
okay, let me add my disclaimer. Yeah, that's good. Let me add my disclaimer. I don't hate Jey Uso. I think I've said on this podcast I enjoy his wrestling. I enjoy him as a character. However, this rivalry between him and Gunther,
snooze fest.
It's snooze fest. Yeah, because I don't know if it's Gunther's fault. I don't know if it's the writer's fault. I don't know if it's Jay's fault. But it's just not stimulating me.
Granted.
I'm sure it's gonna be a good. I'm hoping it's gonna be a good match.
Granted,
what Iron? What is yours?
Sorry, Spike. I will say, when Jimmy slapped the shit out of Gunther, that shit was hilarious. That was funny.
Oh yeah,
that was a good.
I'll give you that one.
Continue. Sorry.
I'm just saying, this rivalry just isn't doing it for me, and I see why they're not. Now that you brought that up, I see why they're not going to put that as a main event. But that's got to be a slap to the face of Jey Uso. Hell, that's a
Exactly,
slap to the
Spike,
face.
and that's the shit that pisses me off. I'm more mad than fucking Jay is. If another cocksucker's gonna take my place, fuck that. Not only that, I'm part of the fucking Rock's family. I'm the Rock's cousin. You don't do that shit to me.
Ow! Talk your shit,
That's
man.
what I'm saying, Jay. I need to see more from you, because at this point, if you're not gonna pick your main event, Saturday main event, that shouldn't be your name. You're not Jay main event Uso anymore. You're just Jey Uso. You shouldn't be called main event because you're not fucking main event at WrestleMania. Another cocksucker's doing it for you.
Damn.
He's not wrong.
I'm not taking seriously anymore. I respect you, and you have a great aura against you, a great personality, and everything that you do.
This man's
But if you let this happen to me and to a lot more people, you're not main event anymore. You're not Jey Uso main event. Uso.
Main event, Jay. Yeah.
You're
okay.
not
some
main
respect
event
on
Jey
the name.
Uso.
Okay.
You're not anymore.
see.
You're just Jey Uso. Somebody who won the Royal Rumble and faced Gunther, and that's the end of your story.
Hell, I'd be mad if I was Gunther too. Like, I'm your world champion. Like, and how come I'm not main
Let's
event?
be real. Let's be real though. They don't treat that world championship as
It's just like Roman said. It's the number 2.
It's the number 2.
It's the number 2.
Yeah, let's be real.
That's
Yeah,
the
but
fucked up
then
part.
so then what's the point of that title?
I agree.
You can't. Again, this is why I'm
They
calling the
need a
hypocrisy.
championship for each brand.
And I get that, but
Yeah.
this is why I'm calling out the hypocrisy for many people, and that's why I'm going after JD and I'm going after the Fed Marks because of the hypocrisy that you guys say. Because you can't sit there and say AEW has too many titles, but your whole second world championship is being treated like ass. And now, not only are you treating your second world title, you're also treating your women's division, and you're slapping it in the face. You're going to look at Bianca. You're going to look at Io Sky. You're going to look at Rhea Ripley, who carried fucking Monday Night Raw on her back with Dominic for the half pass of last year. And you're going to look at them and say, you're not main eventing.
Well, this is the problem when it comes to this sport. Not everybody could be on top.
You're
Not
right.
everybody's going to
But-
win.
but-
Not everybody's going to get it their way. There's going to be niggas that's going to have to sit in the back. You're going to have to shut the fuck up. Sorry. This ride doesn't have enough seats for everybody.
I agree. So CM Punk, you sit your ass in the back.
But they're pushing him to the front, bro.
And
How's
as
he gonna
a-
sit to
and-
the front
and I
then
get
put it in
that.
the back?
And
He's
I
a
get
driving
that.
force in the merch sales.
Yeah,
They can't do
exactly.
that to
How
them.
can you,
They can't
okay,
do that to
if
them.
someone's merch sales are on high, let's put Jey Uso as one of them. CM Punk
That's
is
the
one of
only
them.
reason why he's
Cody
there.
Rhodes is one of them.
whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna put that motherfucker to the forefront. Yeah, you're gonna keep pushing that motherfucker to the forefront. So they're not, it's not
Yeah,
CM Punk.
No.
Okay,
You
what?
okay?
What?
No.
You're not feeling good?
not
You're not
good?
happy?
You
No.
You want some ice cream?
Stop.
No, it's just the
You
fact
want some
that
chocolate?
you know what I want? I
here we
want the inconsistencies to stop, and I want you guys, not
luck.
y'all, but I
Good luck.
want this. I
Remember-
want this fandom. I want this wrestling as a fans to hold WWE accountable, and stop letting
luck.
yourself. Allow this bullshit.
Good luck.
And I'm
good
talking
luck.
also to the wrestlers.
Good luck.
If
That's
I
never
was in WWE and I was watching what was happening out there, and I'm one of the women or the guys, and I see that, and I'm not main eventing.
Good luck.
I'd walk out like Mercedes.
No, you know what, Ace? I do you one better. I go to the competition. I'll make a mess in the competition. I'll make the other boss, Tony Khan, fire me so I can come back and they can give me a prize. And maybe I made a minute at WrestleMania.
Damn. Oh, let's not forget
Damn.
what CM Punk said to MJF all those years
Go
ago.
buy one, get one free extravaganza.
But that's what you're doing, boy. That's what the fuck you're doing. And let's not don't like
He went from not wanting it to it's always been my dream.
What a
Damn.
fucking bitch. You know the CM.
Let's be
still
real. He
remember
did say
that.
that
The
though.
CM
he
did say that.
He did say that.
The
That's
CM and CM Punk no longer stands for chick magnet. It stands for company man. That's what it stands for. The company man Punk. That's what he is now.
That's crazy.
I have never
That's
in my
crazy.
life. I have never in my life
That's
seen
crazy.
something so
I mean,
ridiculous as this past
that
SmackDown.
does fit.
That's
He does
crazy.
say he's not there to
That's
make
crazy.
friends. He's there to make money. So I mean,
It just doesn't make sense to me, and it's a slap in the face to those women, and a slap in the face to Gunther and Jey. Because
That's crazy.
that feud, regardless of how big that name is, and don't get me wrong, I loved Roman Reigns, and I love Seth Rollins, and they're great guys. They deserve main event matches, right?
right.
I've had
but-
so many of them though.
You're right. They had so many and you are you are disrespecting multiple divisions, right? How do you come back from this?
Trust me, they don't care.
They don't.
It'll
They
come
don't.
Listen, they'll let it go.
They'll let it go.
The
know what?
fans, listen, y'all watch it right now. Listen, I don't hate. I see what they're saying, and I believe that they have valid points to what they're saying.
Thank you.
But at the same token, I know most of y'all motherfuckers out there, y'all gonna defend it till you die.
No, they will.
Which is crazy.
But how
and
would-
I
how do you
understand where
defend
you're
this,
saying
though?
you need to hold them accountable.
Yes.
But some people just don't see it that way.
I know they don't.
They don't.
I know they don't. But that's why I'm calling them out and calling you guys out as fans. How do you defend this? Do you sit there and gonna type, he deserves this? He's been in WWE for so long. What? So fuck Bianca, huh? So
She's
fuck
actually-
Rhea Ripley,
well,
huh?
Well, here's the thing. They've all. Ooh.
Exactly.
Oh, no, no.
Exactly.
Bianca has had main event.
Uh-huh.
Io,
She has not.
Io has not main event.
definitely not.
Rhea Ripley has not.
Yeah, definitely not Rhea. Definitely not Rhea. Definitely not Rhea.
That's 2 world titles being slapped in the face
By a little bitch who
by a
cries.
little bitch. This WrestleMania has arguably been the worst WrestleMania I've ever seen in my life.
It has. We're
mean
not
the
there
Bills?
yet.
I'm talking about the Bills.
Doesn't
Bills.
matter.
Bills.
Boys and girls, I'll tell you right now, you can skip Monday night 1.
Yeah, you can skip night 1.
Night 1 of WrestleMania, skip it. If you have a day, go to that day. You'll fuck that day. I'll let you know.
Oh God.
I'll guarantee you'll fuck that. You'll get
On
lucky
God.
that night. If you have family matters, go and spend time with your family. Fuck Punk.
Oh God! Even more honestly,
Y'all
at
just
this
some
point,
haters
no,
is
at
what's
this
gonna be
point,
said.
Sounds like
at
you're-
this point, you're the lowest attendance of WrestleMania have ever been at of
That's
all
right.
time. Apparently,
Oh, right. The tickets haven't been
have been
selling.
You
ass.
Well, look
You
how
are
expensive they
not.
are.
You are not gonna miss a thing. I'll
Do
tell you. I
yourself
tell you
a
right
favor.
now.
Go into the
I give
casinos.
us spoilers right now. You know, I give you a prediction of what's gonna happen. You're gonna have my great, the Tribal Chief, their greatest of all time, fighting against Seth. That's gonna be a fucking hell of a match. You're gonna have a CM bitch on the ground, 24/7 outside of the ring.
Oh,
He's gonna come in, do a John Cena 5 moves a day. They're gonna kick us out of the fucking ring. He's gonna do the same thing all over again. That's gonna be the whole fucking entire match. He's gonna be carried by Roman Reigns and by Seth Rollins.
That's true.
That-
I'll give you that.
and-
part.
And
I'll give
he
that
and
part
he
too. I'll
because
give
he's
that
not number 2. He's not a number he's not a number 1. He's not a number 2. He's a number 3 in that fucking match.
And I'm
They're
looking
gonna
at
have-
you, Seth, and I'll let you go, Iron. But I'm letting you know right now. I'm looking at you, Seth. You better not take that fucking pinfall
I
at
was
night
just
2.
about to say that. He's going to take the pinfall
better
to
not.
CM Punk.
He better
They're
not.
not going to have Roman. I don't see them having Roman
He
Reigns
better
getting pinned by
fucking
CM
not.
Punk.
He better If I'm Seth Rollins, I am
He
quitting
already
that day.
took a pinfall by CM Punk. They're
He
going to
did.
let him do it again.
Jesus Christ.
And that's the irony. I think that's the irony of everything. And I think it's funny how everything works though.
shit.
Because if CM Punk has anybody to thank, and that WWE, it's Seth Rollins. Because Seth Rollins has been the main advocate of putting that fucking old ass bitch over.
Hold on. That's not
Well,
true.
not only
It is
Seth,
true.
No, it's not true.
McIntyre.
It is
Thank
true.
you.
No, I
Thank
know.
you. Thank
But,
you.
right. But
Both of them.
McIntyre had a
no,
great
I agree.
feud
But when
last
he
year.
came in first, it was Seth Rollins.
Oh, yeah. That's
Oh,
true.
well,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
it
That's what I'm
was Seth
saying.
Rollins. Okay, yeah.
And
I forgot about that.
look,
Yeah,
you
that's
can
true.
enjoy the fucking main event, CM Punk. You can enjoy it. Enjoy it. I want you to cherish that moment, grab it by your hands, because it'll be your fucking last one. It'll be your last main event, okay? But when you go to sleep, I want you to think about that night. That'll be the greatest night of your night. Yeah, think about it. But I also want you to think about Tony Khan, because that's the man you should be thanking for that fucking WrestleMania. Because if it wasn't for him, your sorry ass would not been here. If it wasn't for Tony Khan reaching out to your bitch ass, who's on that fucking couch not doing shit, you would not been here.
I agree.
All right,
He
so
ain't
you
gonna
should
thank
you,
Tony
you should you should be thanking Tony Khan.
No, he's
You
not.
should be thanking the whole fucking AEW company because you run that company to the fucking ground because of your fucking attitudes and because you're a fucking shit. All right, that's the people that you should be thanking, and Tony Khan.
Yeah, good luck.
I agree.
That's not happening.
And I will say on behalf of Tony Khan, y'all know I love TK to death. And CM Punk, you hurt my boy's heart.
Oh my God!
I'm keeping it
you
100.
About to, you know how you go for the fans.
Look,
you are going
look.
to get shitted on for that,
I'm letting
bro.
y'all know now. Look,
Bruh.
I'm letting y'all know now.
Bruh.
That boy TK, I'm keeping it real. That boy loved CM Punk.
Ace.
That was his number one
Ace,
favorite.
Ace,
I'm letting y'all know.
Ace, he gave him everything.
He gave him everything.
He fucking gave him everything.
That
Millions
man-
upon millions.
That man loved CM Punk so much. He was even siding with Punk over the Young Bucks. That's how much he loved CM Punk.
But Punk, you're not a good friend.
You're not.
You're not a good person. If
You're not.
You're not.
You're a
Just
snake
ask
in the
Cole
grass.
Cabana. You're not a good friend.
You're a snake in the grass,
Yeah.
and you broke my man's heart.
They not gonna see it that
You
way.
broke my man's heart.
I
And
know
for
y'all
that-
watching ain't gonna see it that
And
way.
for that reason, I have no sympathy for your ass. I have nothing to give to you at all.
But don't lie to yourself, Punk. Don't lie. You don't deserve this. You can
You
lie
don't.
to these people. It's fine. These people can believe you because that's what they've been doing. You say you don't want to do anything. You say you want to change this fucking company. You say you don't want to sit in your fucking couch. But that's not what you did. You took your ass home and you sat on that couch for 3 fucking years until Tony Khan called your ass. So you
It
can
was
lie
longer
to
than
them.
3 years.
Huh?
Longer than 3 years, I think.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah. So you can lie to them, but don't lie to yourself because this is not something you deserve. This is a fucking consolation prize. This is something that they're giving you. This is something that Triple H is giving you because he's taking money out of you.
Yep.
It's not because he likes you. It's because he wants to take everything out of your old ass.
Man, you biased.
and then
Yep.
toss your ass away. All right? You don't deserve this.
It's a damn bitch here. Shut the fuck up now.
Shut the fuck up. Here it is. Take advantage of it because it'll be the last one. And I hope it is the last one.
And if it's not, if he gets it next year,
He's not going to get it next year.
I will say this. I can't wait to read the comments below to see how I want to see how you guys defend this. I want to see it. I want to see it.
Hey, and listen, y'all need to address properly. Dreadlock boy here is Splike. Mask man here is Mayo. This guy is Ace Styles, and I'm Iron Zeus, okay? You could call me Jay, but I go by Iron Zeus, all right? There we go.
I can't believe you just said that.
So let me know in the comments
they
below.
got to know who they're addressing.
Exactly. So
That's true.
we'll see you in the comments below. I definitely will.
I'll
and
be
I may
skipping
even
night
address
one.
you.
Hey, go watch now. I'll skip. Tell me how it is in night 2.
I'll see
gonna
you in
get
the
laid?
strip a night one. And matter of fact, I'll buy you a drink if I see you on the strip.
Oh,
Are you
my
gonna-
word.
so-
But I tell you that.
You gotta-
We'll see you in the comments below. This is Breaking Kayfabe.
So you're going to get some ass.
Okay.
Are you listening? Damn.